Hi guys. Okay, we are going to start our first series of videos that I'm not just talking about random things in my office, but there's actually a purpose to them. Okay, it is warm this week in Indy, so I thought I would first talk about sunscreens. Next week, I'm going to talk about specific types of sunscreens that I like. There are two that I like a lot, which I'll show you today. But we'll go through like the ingredients and things that I think are important about sunscreen when you're looking for sunscreen. I'll do that in a later video. Today, I'm going to focus on sunscreen application because I see so many people do this wrong. And then their kids get burned and it's just an issue. So it's such a simple thing, but some people might just have never been taught or not know. So I'm a big stickler when it comes to sunscreen. We went on spring break with a family, or it was a trip to Florida maybe last year, and one of the other kids asked their mom, why does Miss Reset keep telling her son we need to put sunscreen on? And it's because I am a stickler and I reapply every 2 hours to my children. And especially like after swimming and stuff, I dry them off and we reapply. So I'm very good about sunscreen with my family. I think I get that from my mother. So thank you, Mom. Okay, so what we're going to start with is, when do you put sunscreen on? You put it on before you leave the house for whatever activity you're going to. Now, if you're going on a big road trip for a few hours, obviously you don't need to put it on then. But if you get up in the morning and you guys are going to spend the day outside, or you're getting ready to go to a pool or a splash pad, you want to put that sunscreen on before you put your kids in the car, because when you get to that destination, kids immediately want to go and play. They want to go jump in the water, and you don't want to be fumbling around trying to be like, no, let's put sunscreen on you before you go jump in the water. That does not give time for the sunscreen to actually dry and to do its job. So it's really important that you put it on before leaving. I honestly like to have my kids completely naked, so I'm not dealing with bathing suits and trying to work around them. And then we will apply sunscreen head to toe. And then I usually throw like a towel or a blanket on my couch if they want to sit down or something. And we let it dry for like 20-25 minutes before we go outside and do our activity for the day. Doing this really prevents the sunburns, and it gives you the optimal protection. So that would be my recommendation. So I'm going to show you what I do. Not everything, but this is one of my favorite sunscreens. This is my Beauty Counter sunscreen. And like I said, I'm going to go through ingredients next week, because right now a lot of my friends are on vacation and I just want them to know, how do you apply sunscreen and when to do it. So I just grabbed a little bit, and you can see how this one's going to rub in. This one, main ingredient is going to be your zinc oxide, which is huge. It's not getting absorbed into the skin. I will go into that again next week. So this is just me rubbing it on my hand. You can tell, I'm going to show you in a minute. This is why I love this sunscreen, because this has the zinc, which is the thick white paste. And that's my birthmark right there. But you can see there's not like this white paste appearance. It rubs in so nicely. So I would leave this, if this was on my whole body, we're hanging out at my house for 20 minutes before we go anywhere. Here's another one. This is Blue Lizard. So I'm going to put this one, and I do have samples for my patients to try, and then some we sell as well. So here is Blue Lizard, excuse me, and that is on this hand also. It's very good, rubs in nicely, and also this one has zinc oxide and titanium dioxide, but both are barriers, which is great as well. That's what you're looking for at the end of the day, something that's not absorbing into the skin, but it's just putting a barrier on the skin. So you can see it rubs in so nicely, does not leave that white sheen that most people don't like. And those are the two. I mean, it's simple as that. That's how you do it. The other thing, make sure you are reapplying. So if your kid goes swimming and the water is sweating, or you as a parent too, get it reapplied. Get your kids dried off. Usually maybe like around lunch, you put it on in the morning. Everybody gets out of the pool, dry off, put the sunscreen on, eat lunch. That gives it time to dry, and then you guys are back in the water. So that's the best way to do it. One other note, and I prefer creams over sprays. Sprays are an option, and I know people like them because they're convenient, but you have to be very careful with sunscreen spray. As you know, when you're around people who just spray it, you taste it and you're inhaling it. And so you have to be very careful. I recommend if you're going to use a spray, spray it in your hand first, rub it around, and then apply it to the skin, okay? You don't want to just like free-for-all spray, because then you're inhaling some of those chemicals which don't belong inside of our body. So that's another tidbit. I also like the sticks. If you see Blue Lizard and Beauty Counter, sticks that are great for the face on kids. So if you want to reapply a little bit more frequently, you can just take that stick, rub it all over that face really quickly. So that's my sunscreen application video and tips for you guys today. Like I said, I will probably in the future go over a little bit more into detail and specific sunscreens if you want. So just give me a comment below if you want to hear about certain topics. I'm going to be doing topics each week or every 2 weeks. We'll kind of play it out and see, but I'll try and give you guys advice, and I'll make it appropriate for the time of year and things like that. Thanks, guys.